I believe that I possess many of the dispositions for teachers listed on our survey. My one area that I think I could definitely improve on would be educators should recognize that reflection combined with experience leads to growth as a professional. I certainly try to reflect and grow as much as possible in my life. However, it's something that I'm definitely still working on, and sometimes I forget to reflect and really think about what actions I've taken, why I've taken them, and really consider what other options for the future might be. So that would definitely be an area of improvement for me. Um, as far as my strongest dispositions go, I would say the first one on our list, educators should believe that all students can learn and should set and support realistic expectations for student success. I feel very confident on that one, particularly the section about believing that all students can learn and supporting students in that endeavor. I definitely believe that anyone can learn anything if they truly have enough determination, but also have the support provided for that. And one of my biggest goals as a future educator is to be a strong source of support for every student that I interact with. Um, I discussed in my philosophy of education paper that I believe teachers are an incredibly vital source of support for students, and that's both academically and also in a more personal or social level. Um, there have been studies that have shown that greater closeness with teachers can help students be more successful, and I definitely believe that that is incredibly vital. And the role of teachers as not only an imparter of knowledge, but also a source of support through potential social problems, but also just as an adult who cares, which not every child has in their life, is incredibly important. Um, the next disposition is another one that I feel very comfortable in and think is a very important thing for teachers to have. Um, Reads, educators should be sensitive to individual learning and social needs of students and embrace the cultural diversity of the community. And that, I think, is possibly the most important disposition that a teacher can have. Um, I believe that schools should be a safe and open place for any student that walks through the doors. And it's not in a teacher's role to impart any of their social, political, or any other kind of opinions onto the classroom and onto the students. It is the teacher's job to be a source of uncritical support and caring and open-heartedness for all of the children that we interact with, particularly in K through 12 as a whole, and then especially in the high school setting. I think it's extra important because when you get into high school, it's such an interesting mix of age ranges with students who are just coming out of middle school, who are just sort of getting into being teenagers and sort of everything, all the changes that come along with that time of life, up to 18-year-olds who are getting ready to start their adult life potentially on their own and who need a lot of support in that sense, whereas a freshman might need more support in knowing that it's okay to try on different things and learn more about themselves and explore different possibilities. So, all in all, as far as what a professional educator looks like and how they behave, I think I've addressed how they behave, and I think that as far as what they look like, if we're talking about, I think we're talking more about a more abstract look like, not necessarily physical appearance, because as far as that goes, I don't think that that has a huge bearing on what a professional educator is. Um, Obviously, you shouldn't be going into work in sweatpants or something like that, but besides general kind of professional dress, I think that a professional educator looks like a kind, open, and caring person who is concerned about their students, is concerned about being engaged in not only their school setting but also their larger community, and who also works within codes of ethics to ensure that they aren't overstepping boundaries but are also providing good support and environments for their students.